Dear kids, a very good morning to you all. How are you? Yes, I hope you all are fine at your sweet home with your near and dear ones. Dear all, after many days, I'm going to take class with you, right? Today, I'll be discussing one of your most favorite topics. Can you guess what it is? I think many of you can guess. Okay, it's tag question, the most interesting topic, right? Dear cadets, before starting our lesson, I'd like to tell you the learning outcome. That is, what you will be able to learn after this lesson. Okay, first of all, you will be able to grasp new vocabularies. Then, you will be able to understand the correct rules of tag question. Then, you will be able to apply the rules while speaking and writing. This is the most important learning outcome, right? Okay. You will be able to improve your listening skill. Yes, if you listen to the lecture carefully, your listening skill must be improved. And at last, you will be able to develop your speaking fluency. How? Yes, you must practice it at home, both in writing and speaking. Okay? It can be with your parents, it can be with your siblings, and it can be with your friends over phone. Dear all, first of all, you need to learn what tag question is. Okay? A tag question is a special construction in English. It is a statement followed by a mini question. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. Okay, sometimes we tell like it is a very good job, isn't it? Or it is a very good job, right? So whether it is right or wrong, in order to get that confirmation, we use tag question. Okay, here it is written that they mean something like, is that right? Or do you agree? So the confirmation is clear here if the answer is yes or no. They are very common in English. Okay, in any language, tag question is very common. And as we are studying English, so we need to learn the rules of English language. The basic structure of a tag question is, if the statement is positive, the tag question will be negative. And in the same way, if the statement is negative, the tag question will be positive. So, you see the example. At first, the positive statement, snow is white. The negative tag will be, isn't it? Then, see the negative statement. You don't like me. Here, the positive tag is, do you? Okay, my dear cadets. Now, how will you make this tag? Okay. First of all, see the positive statement. Snow is white. Here, the verb is. Here, actually, the principal verb is. And normally, we use auxiliary verb in order to make tag question. So, for the principal verb is, where's the auxiliary verb? It's also the same. That is, the tag question will be here, isn't it? Because the auxiliary verb of is. Okay, it's a funny line, right? Like the auxiliary verb of eat, E-A-T, eat, is do, or the auxiliary verb of play is do. In the same way, the auxiliary verb of is. And here you need to make a pronoun. So the pronoun of the subject. Which one is subject here? Okay, it's snow. And for the snow, the pronoun will be it. So here we see the tag question, isn't it? And there is another rule, that is, for tag question we will always use the contracted form, never ever the full form. That is, you cannot tell is not it, that will be wrong. Okay, you have to tell isn't it. Now see the same thing, you don't like me. Here the auxiliary verb of like is do, and here you see the statement is negative, so here positive tag will be coming, and the subject is you, and for the subject you, the pronoun form is also you. For this very reason, the positive tag will be here, do you. Okay, dear cadets, now notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb when be. Okay, when the main verb is be, that is am, is, are, was, were, then here the tag question will remain same. So the tag question repeats the auxiliary verb from the statement and changes it into negative or positive. Now see the tag question, positive statement and negative statement. At first, see the sentence, you are coming, aren't you? Here see, the subject is you, auxiliary verb is are, main verb is coming. And now see, after the statement there will be a comma, and after that the tag question will come, that is aren't you. So here auxiliary verb is are, the contracted form of not is N apostrophe T, and personal pronoun same as subject is you. Here I have tried to give a table so that it becomes clear to you. Now the next sentence, we have finished. Here the subject is we, auxiliary verb is have, main verb is finished, and you see the negative tag, haven't we? Here auxiliary verb is have, negative form, that is the contracted form is not, is N apostrophe T, personal pronoun same as subject is we. Next, you do like coffee. Here you can also tell you like coffee, but the term do just creates emphasis that you do like coffee. That is, here emphasis is given in liking coffee. Okay, and so you see the negative tag is don't you. Then positive statement is you like coffee. Here also the same thing, that is don't you. Dear cadets, see the auxiliary verb of like is what? It is do. And the auxiliary verb of do is also do. So in the both sentences we have seen do as auxiliary verb. Next, they will help. Here auxiliary verb is actually will, and the short form, that is the contracted form, is WO. Then the contracted form of not is N apostrophe T, and then they, that is won't they. Then I can come, can't I? Next, we must go. The negative tag will be mustn't we? Then he should try harder, shouldn't he? Next, your English. Okay, this English is the name of the nation. It's not the name of the language here. Okay, you are English, aren't you? John was there, wasn't he? Now, dear cadets, notice the use of do in the two coffee questions. Remember that in present simple, do is optional in positive statements. That is, you like coffee or you do like coffee. But the do must appear in the tag. The same applies to past simple, did. Okay, that is what I have told earlier. In last two questions, no auxiliary for main verb be in present simple and past simple. The tag repeats the main verb. Here, see again, let's go to the previous slide. You see, you are English, aren't you? Here, the main verb is are and the auxiliary verb of are is also are. So, the negative tag will be aren't you. Then, John was there. Here, the main verb is was and at the same time, the auxiliary form of was is also was. So, the negative tag will be wasn't he? Now, let's see the reverse examples. That is, the negative statement and positive tag. In the previous slide, we have seen positive statement and negative slide. And this negative tag has been just converted to positive tag here, and the positive statement has been just negative statement. See, it isn't raining. Here, the positive tag will be is it? Now, dear cadets, see which one is the subject here? It is it. And so the subject will remain same as it is a pronoun, right? And is auxiliary verb here, so positive tag will be is it. Then we have never seen that, have we? Here the auxiliary verb is have and the pronoun is we, so have we? Next, you don't like coffee, do you? They will not help, will they? They won't report us, will they? I can never do it right, can I? We mustn't tell her, must we? He shouldn't drive so fast, should he? You won't be late, will you? You aren't English, are you? John was not there, was he? Now, dear cadets, see. In the statement, the negative form can be either contracted or can be in full form. That doesn't matter. But the tag will always be in the contracted form. But in the positive tag, there is nothing to contract. So it will be in the full form. And here you see that is for can, must, should, will, the auxiliary verbs will remain the same because they themselves are actually model auxiliary verb, right? Now, dear cadets, notice won't is the contracted form of will not. The tag repeats the auxiliary verb, not the main verb. Okay? In the tag question, we must bring an auxiliary verb for the main verb. But in the positive statement, if we already find an auxiliary verb, there is no need to bring another auxiliary verb. Okay? Except, of course, for the verb be in present simple and past simple. Now, answering tag questions. How do we answer a tag question? Often, we just say yes or no. Sometimes we may repeat the tag and reverse it. They don't live here, do they? Yes, they do. Be careful about answering tag questions. In some languages, an opposite system of answering is used, and non-native English speakers sometimes answer in the wrong way. This can lead to a lot of confusion. Answer a tag question according to the truth of the situation. And you must keep it in your mind that your answer reflects the real facts, not necessarily the question. Okay, now for example, this is just for the application in speaking. That is, someone can tell, he is not right. Is he? Then what will be your answer? Okay, if he is actually not right, that is, if the fact is he is not right, you will tell, no, he is not. But if the actual fact is he is right, then you will have to answer, yes, he is. So here intonation matters, that is the rise and fall of your tone matters, and the answer also matters. That is, while speaking you have to answer very carefully because your answer speaks a lot. Your answer means a lot. But in the exam, as only the statement will be given and you have to write down the tag question. So no problem in that. Here you see, for example, everyone knows that snow is white. Look at these questions and the correct answers. Snow is white, isn't it? Correct answer, yes, it is. Snow isn't white, is it? The correct answer, yes, it is. Because snow is white. Then snow is black, isn't it? The correct answer is no, it isn't. You see, for the notes, that is for explanation, you see the notes here. That is, snow is white, snow isn't white. Here, answer is same in both the cases because snow is white. That is, yes, it is. But notice the change of stress when answer does not agree with questioner. You see, snow is black, isn't it? No, it isn't. Answer is same in both the cases, but because snow is not black. Okay. Now you see, in some languages, people answer a question like snow isn't black, is it? With yes, meaning, yes, I agree with you. This is the wrong answer in English. Here are some more examples with correct answers. The moon goes round the earth, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Dear kids, here you must observe that in the rules of tag question, you find other rules like the rules of article, the rules of right form of verbs. Okay, so each and every word must be observed carefully by you. Okay, next, see, the earth is bigger than the moon, isn't it? Yes. The earth is bigger than the sun, isn't it? No, it isn't. Here you see, because the statement is wrong here, and that's why the answer will not be agreed. That is the what should I say? The person who is replying will not agree with him, will not agree with the questioner. He will say, no, it isn't. Next, Asian people don't like rice, do they? Yes, they do. Yes, because Asian people like rice, right? Elephants live in Europe, don't they? No, they don't. Men don't have babies, do they? No. The English alphabet doesn't have 40 letters, does it? No, it doesn't. Now, dear cadets, That's all for our today's class. In the last slide, that is in the previous slide, I have shown you how to answer the tag question. Okay. But for exam, you need to learn very carefully these things. That is how to make tag questions. So the question pattern, you see here, it can come. He is the winner. What will be the tag question? Isn't he? One should know oneself. Shouldn't one? You are great, aren't you? Open the door. Will you? I am aware of myself. Ain't I or aren't I? Now, dear cadets, I have already said the answer, but in the next class, I'll be going to discuss about the next rules, that is some uncommon rules that I have shown in this question pattern. So, for the next class, let's keep it. You can have your prior knowledge about it. Then it will be fruitful, that is, you will be able to understand the class easily. So we'll be learning then the other forms of sentence. That is, in this class we have learned only the tag questions of assertive sentence, but in the next class we will learn the other forms of sentence and how to make tag question of them. So far, stay fine, stay safe. I think all of you are very cautious regarding your health. You all know that whole world is suffering from the corona pandemic, though there is no lockdown outside, but here we are maintaining it. We are maintaining so that you can come back and have a safe place. So my dear cadets, you also must maintain social distancing. Please do not go outside. Do not mix with people too closely. If you have any dire need, you can go, but you must use your mask and you must wash your hands frequently with hand sanitizer. Okay? So it's your duty, it's mandatory for you to teach your siblings regarding the health issues. Okay? And you must make your parents cautious too. So I hope and I think you are already cautious. You are already behaving responsibly because you are cadets. So my dear cadets, stay fine. We wish your safe return. So Allah Hafiz.